नमस्कार आपण समस्त को आम यूट्यूब चैनल लर्निंग एकेडमी को स्वागत। आज वीडियो आम आलोचना करवा आपण मानकर आसीथिबा पेडागोजी गोटे माने ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट ऊपर। तेणु आप जानते हो आपंकर आचार्य नागार्जुन यूनिवर्सिटी हो, आंध्रा यूनिवर्सिटी हो, योगी वेमना यूनिवर्सिटी हो, रॉयल सीमा यूनिवर्सिटी हो, विक्रमसिंहपुर यूनिवर्सिटी हो, जेकोसी सब यूनिवर्सिटी रहा समस्त यूनिवर्सिटी प्राक्टिकल लेखा सामान रोचे एवं तन्मध्य पांचटी बही से पाँच पांचटी बही हूँ फिलोसफिकल फाउंडेशन ऑफ एजुकेशन, आईसीटी फॉर एनरिचिंग टीचिंग एंड लर्निंग, आपनकर पेडागोजी रोचे आपनकर रोचे आपनकर कौन चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट रोचे। तेणु पेडागोजी ऑफ आर्ट्स पिला पेडागोजी ऑफ सोशल साइंस एंड इंग्लिश, कॉमर्स पिला पेडागोजी ऑफ सोशल साइंस एंड इंग्लिश, पीसीएम पिला पेडागोजी ऑफ फिजिक्स एंड मैथमेटिक्स, बायोलॉजी पिला पेडागोजी ऑफ बायोलॉजी एंड इंग्लिश और पेडागोजी ऑफ बायोलॉजी एंड फिजिक्स। तन्मध्य आज आम गोटे कंपलसरी नुहे तो आपनकर ऑप्शनल ऊपर आलोचना करबा। आपनकर पेडागोजी ऑफ फिजिकल साइंस होची पीसीएम स्टूडेंट्स मान पई तार प्रैक्टिकल रेकॉर्ड आलोचना करबा। आ आचार्य नागार्जुन यूनिवर्सिटी पूर्व वर्षर जोटा रोचे आप प्रैक्टिकल वीडियो यूनिवर्सिटी देते से लेखा रोचे आप देखिए डायरेक्ट लिखिए एवं वीडियोटी को प्रथम आप लाइक कर दें, शेयर कर दें, सब्सक्राइब कर दें। सब्सक्राइब कला बेल आइकन बटन क्लिक करा सहित तार ऑल बटन क्लिक करूँ जहाँफल वीडियो नोटिफिकेशन होम पेज पाइपर। तेणु चलो देखिए कौन रही पेडागोजी ऑफ फिजिकल साइंस वीडियो देखिए। प्रथम पूरा कवर पेज आप पाइबे जो कॉलेज नेम लिखा थो B.Ed कोर्स पास्ट एकेडमिक 2020 माने 22 ରୁ 24 जेतु 22 बैच हम एठी कॉलेज लोगो थिबो एवं एसआईपी कोर्स भी पेडागोजी 2 माने हो फिजिकल साइंस, पेडागोजी फिजिकल साइंस प्रैक्टिकल एक्टिविटी और स्लैश प्रोजेक्ट स्लैश रिकॉर्ड प्रैक्टिकल हाइप सेमीकोलन नेम ऑफ द स्टूडेंट आप निज ना लिखिबे। सब्जेक्ट रे आपनकर पेडागोजी ऑफ फिजिकल साइंस लिखिबे। रोल नंबर हो रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर लास्ट दुईटा कि तीनटा डिजिट नंबर एवं रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर हो Y23 कॉलेज नो कोड लगी आसीबो। तेणु आचार्य नागार्जुन यूनिवर्सिटी रहिला एवं तापरे पूरा सर्टिफिकेट देखंत आसीबो जो सर्टिफिकेट आपनकर देखि पारुथुवे जे आपण मानकर सर्टिफिकेट ए पूरा बहुत गुडे कॉलेज दउची, बहुत गुडे कॉलेज दउन जार दउची से लिखियो, जार न दउची लिखियोनी। दिस इज सर्टिफाइड दैट आपण ना लिखियो, क्लास नंबर, रोल नंबर, रजिस्ट्रेशन लिखियो, हैज कंप्लीटेड द रिक्वायर्ड एक्टिविटीज रिगार्डिंग टू एठी आपण लिखिबे आपनकर पेडागोजी ऑफ फिजिकल साइंस प्रैक्टिकम टुवर्ड्स फुलफिलमेंट ऑफ B.Ed कोर्स स्टिपुलेटेड बाय द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ आंध्र प्रदेश अप्रूव्ड बाय आचार्य नागार्जुन यूनिवर्सिटी। दिस इज रिकॉर्ड एसेट ए सब जिंस रहिला एवं इंडेक्स कौन रोच ना सीरियल नंबर रहा, डेट रहा, कंटेंट रहा, पेज नंबर रहा, रिमार्क्स रहा। तेणु इंडेक्स टा आपण माने बनइबे बहुत गुड कॉलेज रहउनी जे कॉलेज रहउछ इंडेक्स बना दरकार एवं इंडेक्स किछि लिखियोनी जेतले प्रैक्टिकल लिखि सारे ता परे इंडेक्स लेखा स्टार्ट करियो कारण इंडेक्स लेखा एक्टिविटी रो चेंज मेथड जे लेखा हबो। तेणु किछि गुरुत्वपूर्ण कथा पर हम आलोचना करे। पुनर्बार आपण देखियो जे एठी ब्लैक कलम हेडिंग सब हेडिंग देबे, ब्लू कलम डिस्क्रिप्शन देबे, पेंसिल चारिपटे स्क्वायर साइज रे मार्जिन पकेबे, कंटीन्यूअसली लिखिबे, कोनोसी +2 पूरा ब्लैंक गोटे व्हाइट गोटे लेखा रखिबे नाही, कोनोसी कलर पेन आपण माने यूज करिबे नाही। आपण माने जेमि वायोलेट, रेड, ग्रीन, ऑरेंज ए प्रकार कोनोसी पूरा कलर पेन यूज करिबे नाही, ओनली ब्लू ब्लैक पेन यूज होबो एवं जहा डायग्राम हो ताको आपण गूगल रो सर्च करिबे किबा हमें देइ देबो आपण डायग्राम ताको कट पेस्ट करि आपण माने मार देबे एवं एही परि भाबरे एक्टिविटी आपणकर लिखिबे एवं लिखिया सहित गोटे बड़ इंपोर्टेंट कथा चेंज करके लिखिबे। कौन चेंज कर लिखिबे ना एक्टिविटी 1 मु जहा लिखिछि से सब तो नै एक्टिविटी आपण 2 किबा 3 किबा 4 किबा 5 रे लिखिबे, 5 टा आनी 4 रे लिखिबे, 4 टा आनी 2 रे लिखिबे, 2 टा आनी 1 रे लिखिबे। पूरा चेंज कर लिखिबे कारण मो वीडियो तो हजार हजार पिला लिखिबे निश्चित भाव रे, तेणु से सेम लिखिदेले टिक असुविधा हबो, एक्सचेंज कर लिखिले बेटर। यूनिवर्सिटी मार्क आपण 99% मान एही पूरा लिखिबा दरकार। तेणु समस्त पिला चेंज कर लिखिबे किंतु सेम एक्टिविटी जहा लिखा अछि लिखिबे, बट सीरियल टा आपण चेंज कर लिखिबे। तेणु चलंत देखिबा कोन रहिछ एक्टिविटी 1 आइडेंटिफाई द मोस्ट एब्स्ट्रैक्टेड कांसेप्ट difficult topics from any class physical science textbook and suggest ways and means to make easy to understand. Kinetic energy introduction होछि कोना the topic kinetic energy is illustrated to work and energy understanding to energy of moving object involve high imagination. To take this concept, teachers should adopt children centered method, lecture demonstrated method by using the appropriate TLMA concept to understand. Topic होछि kinetic energy, method होछि lecture cum demonstrate method, class होछि 9th TLM होछि work models, balls, plastic tables, demonstrate होछि understanding the energy of moving objects. Consider a metal ball and a hollow plastic block which are kept on a table side by side shown in the figure. And now suppose that the ball is separated from the block and brought to one end the table as shown in figure B. Pushed to roll on the table with speed V. प्रथमे टेबुल टी हबो तार फिगर रे इटी फिगर बी मध्य हबो एफ एवं ए एस बी एवं ए सब जिंस रहला नाउ टीचर शुड आस्क द क्वेश्चन लाइक दिस what will happen to the block and what changes due to notice in position and state of the ball and block when the ball is allowed to roll on the table. Observation hoji kona students may notice that when the ball is pushed it starts moving at speeds v and hits the plastic blocks and the displays it from point A to B. Thus a moving ball is more energetic ball to rest at because of moving ball is able to doing the work and plastic ball to push forward whereas the small ball cannot do any work when it is at rest. In other words, a body possesses more energy when it is moving than when it is at rest. Repeating the activity by pushing it metal ball with the more forces so do increase speed and observe the change in position. Plastic observation students may notice that in increase in speed the ball increase its capacity of doing work on the block an object moving the faster and can do more than an identical object moving relative. So thus we can conclude that can a moving object can do work so in the energy possessed by an object due to its motion is called as kinetic energy. Numerical expression for kinetic energy, we know that the kinetic energy of a body at rest is 0 but the kinetic energy of a body moving the certain velocity is equal to the work done it. And let us assume that an object of mass m and duplicated through a distances by a force a b s they displayed the diagram पूरा कर देबे आपण ने by force f in the horizontal distances in the horizontal direction the force by force f in distance in the horizontal direction the net force f net is equal to the applied force f. So the work is on done object that is equal to net force w is equal to f net s is equal to f into s. तार अर्थ हो work is equal to force रो net into s मान displacement f into s force into s बल into दूरता जोटा आम ओडिया जदि कहबा आपनकर 11 समीकरण 1 देला let the work done on object cause a change in a velocity its velocity from u to v and acceleration produced a thus the relevant between the initial velocity u final velocity v acceleration area ho air displacement s is given by the v square minus u square is equal to 2s or s is equal to bracket v square minus u square by 2a is equal to samikaran 2 samikaran 2 is equal to we know by the net Newton second law of motion f net is equal to m into a माने mass into acceleration आपनकर समीकरण 3 substitution f net in s values from 2 and 3 in equation 1 we get w is equal to m a into v square minus u square by 2a एटी a को कटि गला समीकरण अनुसार w is equal to a 1 by 2 m is equal to v square minus u square. As we have assumed that object is at rest its initial velocity u is equal to o then w is equal to half m v square. We know that k dot e of a body moving with a certain velocity is equal to work done on the object. Thus the kinetic energy possessed by an object of mass m and moving with velocity v is equal to half m v square. K dot e is equal to half m v square. K dot e माने होची kinetic energy, m माने mass, v माने velocity. एवं conclusion होची कोना for an abstract concept the suitable teaching method and models to used to make it concrete one. This topic K dot e can be taught effective by using working model and demonstrate with the model. এবং তারপর देखिए activity 2 কোন রয়েছে না prepare an assignment on any physical science and its application and implication with other branches of knowledge. Introduction होची कोन it is true that no academic discipline never develop in isolation. It is common sense knowledge that the either one discipline contribute to the growth of other have held in development of given discipline. This is types interdependence of subject is called correlation and it's probably the key to the mutual and reciprocal growth of various academic disciplines. Physical science and mathematics is perhaps the only subject with a perfect correlation with physical sciences in mathematics, and mathematics is sometimes termed as language of physical science. Science without mathematics is inconceivable. Physical science relies a lot of mathematics to derive formula and perform the qualitativeness movement of laws and principles. The graphical representation of physical science concepts like motion, Boyle's law, and other gases law make the comprehensible of concept easy. Use of logarithm make a calculation simple. Thus, the study of kinetic theory of gases, gas laws, dynamics, states, electric circuit analysis are all examples which is highlight the interdependence of mathematics and physical science. There is a close relation between physical and mathematics. Physical science with mathematics, measurement, statistics, kinematics, collision are based on mathematics. Is equal to V is equal to U plus at V square minus C square is equal to 2S. The relation between the wave motion, velocity and wavelength example hochi phi is equal to n into lambda. Tenu n is equal to 1 by 2 to the explain the light phenomena like reflective index is equal to example mu is equal to sin I by sin r. So many derivation of calculation depends on the mathematics, chemistry and mathematics is the teaching. The teaching of chemistry will be incomplete without mathematics. Topic like atomic weight equation, formulation, derivations of laws, etc. require the knowledge of mathematics. We can't say that every branches of chemistry to some extent depends on mathematics. Example is a balance equation. Example 2Na plus Cl2 is equal to 2NaCl. Explaining a gas law is P into 1 P ଆପଣଙ୍କର ସମାନୁପାତ reversible 1 by B, P reversible T, PV is equal to nRT, determining the value of pH of acid base. Example pH is equal to minus log H plus L is explaining the structure of atoms, orbits, electrical and molecular structure of crystals. We calculate the molarity or normality, etc. That was the physical science and life science. Physical science is concerned with the study of naturals and put in inanimate objects. This is include the astronomy, physics, chemistry and earth science. Life science on the other hand is the scientific study of living organism including animal, plants and microorganism. Relationship between the physical and life science, at first glance it may seems like a physical science and its life and life science are polar oppositions. How can there by an overlap between the science of living organism and inanimate objects, but the truth is a little more complex than that. For one thing, the goal of physics to explain the everything is in the universal of a fundamental level. Living organisms are after all only made of a chemical elements which are made of the subatomic particles that physics seeks to explain. These are a real cause where the biologists and the physicists can find a way to work together. The field is called biophysics, and biophysics is a field of study biological system. Biophysics generally tries to explain a lot of the same phenomenon as biochemistry and molecular biology, but tries to do so numerically. Certainly equation that can describe what is being observed. Physical technology can else be used in this field to explain some of these observations, including spectroscopy, X-ray, crystallography, scattering effects and use of the microscope. All of these technology are main steps of physical research but are less used in life science. Physically understanding of statistical mechanics, the thermodynamics can also be used biophysics to understand the biological system. Conclusion which it is clearly seen that physical science and its application cannot be separated from different branches of knowledge. The life of science helpful in improving the quality and standard of life. They have application in health, medicine and the pharmaceutical and food science industries. Also there is a considerable overlap between the physical science and life science. Relationship between the physical science and life science पूरा डायग्राम दिया जायछि. एटा सन चित्र होइछि. यार फिचर इस डायग्राम देइ दबो आपनको एवं आपण निजे कट कर पेस्ट करके आपण माने मार देबे. प्रिंट बार करके आपण नेट रिचार्ज पाए पे आपनकर ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट प्रिंट एठा हम पीडीएफ रे पाइ जेबे. आपण या सब थिला आपनकर एक्टिविटी 2 रो वीडियो एवं एक्टिविटी ताबरे अछिला 3 एवं prepare a biological sketch of a scientist and his her contribution to physics and chemistry. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam introduction kon Bharat Ratna Abul Fakir Janibuluddin Abul Kalam generally was known as Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was born in 15 October 1931 at Rameswaram in the state of Tamil Nadu, India. His father is Jaisnamuddin was a vote owner and his mother Jasmine was a homemaker, and he started working at a young age to support his father. He received average grades in school but was seen in a handworking and bright student with a strong desire to learn. He used to study for hours, especially mathematical. He completed his schooling from Rameswaram Elementary School in 1954. He graduated in physics from St. Joseph College, Tiruchirappalli, which was then affiliated to the University of Madras, and thereafter 1955 he moved to Madras and joined the Madras Institute of Technology, studied the aerospace engineering. His dream was to become a fighter pilot, but he was ranked ninth while and IAF offered only the light slots. So it APJ Abdul Kalam photo आपण जान गूगल रे मार देबे गोटे पेज रहबा आपण डॉक्टर APJ Abdul Kalam लिखि देबे एवं Kalam's career and contribution. After graduation for Madras Institution Technology in 1960, Kalam joined aeronautical development establishment of defense research development organizing DRDO. As a scientist, he started his career by the designing a small helicopter for the Indian Army. Kalam was a part of the NCOPSAR committee working under the Vikram Sarabhai space scientist. He was the project director of India's first satellite launching vehicle SLV-3, which was successfully developed the Rohini satellite in near Earth orbit in July 1980. In 63-64, he visited NASA Langley Research Guntur in Hampton, Virginia. Goddard the space flight entered in the Greenbelt, Maryland, and Olaf's flight facilities situated in eastern Sierra Virgin. During the 1970 to 1990, Kalam made effort to develop the Polar's SLV and SLV-3 project, which was proved the success. In 1970, ISRO launched Rohini I into space using a SLC rocket. In 1982, he became director of Defense Research Developmental Laboratory DRDL Hyderabad. এবং Kalam directed the law project that is Project Devil and Project Valiant, which is developed by the ballistic missile under the missile including the Agni and intermediate ballistic missile and Prithvi, the tactile, the surface to surface missile. In 1998, along with the cardiologist Dr. Somaraju, Kalam developed a low cost coronary stent and it is was named as Kalam Raju stent. In 2012, the designed the Rajat tablet PC for health care in our areas, which was named as Kalam Raju tablet. His office Kalam served as the 11th president of India successfully. K.R. Narayan, he was won 2002 presidential election. He is several from 25 July 2002, 25 July 2007 criticizing he plays a leading role in the development of India nuclear program, was criticizing by his spin who claimed that he had no authority over nuclear science, and he thus said they said that he received his master's degrees in aerospace engineering, which is completely a different discipline from nuclear engineering. Futures of India 2020. Kalam strongly advocates an action plan to develop the India to knowledge to supply power and development national year of 2020. He regards his works on India's nuclear weapons program as a way to assert India as a place as future superpower. Kalam's writing on some of the books written by Kalam include Development in Fluid Mechanics in Space Technology, Indica in 2020, a vision for the new millennium, Integrative Minds, enhancing the power within India, inspiring the thoughts, wins the fire. Death house Dr. Kalam passed away on the 27 July 2015 to massive cardiac arrest after the collapse during a lecture in Indian Institute of Management, Shillong. Among awards and honors, Kalam's 79th birthday was recognized as World Student Day by United Nations. He received honor to doctorate from Law University from Co-University. The government of India has honored to him Padma Bhushan in 1981, the Padma Bhushan in 1990, and the highest civilian honor, the Bharat Ratna in 1997 for his immense and valuable contribution to the sensible research and modernization of defense technology in India. Activity 4 hoji kono na identify the concrete and abstract concept is play in physics and chemistry of any class and suggest the appropriate teaching method and approaches to teach them a report. Class B topics testing the necessity of air burning, teaching one of the laboratory method introduction. You know that we need a matchsticks or lighter to burn a material, a chemical process in which a material reacts with the oxygen present in the air. Generally heat is called combustion. Can we burn a material in the absent in air? The let us we prove that air is necessary for burning. Aims to prove that the oxygen helps in burning. Materials required test tube, the test tube holden, spirit, matchbox, incense sticks, potassium permanganate crystals. Procedure height is settled in incense sticks, aggregate agarbatti and let it burn into 10s, then put out the flame and keep it outside. Take a potassium permanganate, it's a test tube, hold a tube with a test tube holder. डायग्राम आपने करदे एवं मैं देवी ना आप कट पेस्ट कर मार पारे भी एंड हिट इट ओवर तीटा हाथ चित्र रही गोटे अंगणकर टेस्ट ट्यूब चित्र रही गोटे आप लैंप चित्र रही टेबुल चित्र आसपा टेबुल and heat is over the flame of spirit. Oxygen is released, heating up potassium permanganate. Insert the agarbatti with the burning stuff into the list tube. So in the figure observation how doesn't scanned sticks trade burning, why does not it catch again fire? It's kept outside in the air after putting in the flame of. Students will observe that sticks burn with a flame here. In the oxygen supports combustion by helping agarbatti to burn with a bright flame. This experiment proves that air is needed to burn a material because the oxygen present in air supports the combustions. Conclusion laboratory is a method is considered as one of the best method of teaching science as it is based on the physiological principle of learning. By doing it couples cognitive activities with hands-on action oriented concrete operational activities. Thus we can say that it is the teacher perform and experiment is the demonstration, and if pupil performed it then it is called laboratory method. Teacher should thoroughly study for selecting an appropriate teaching method to create more interest towards the subject. तेणु देखो ये आप सरी जाइए पेडागोजी ऑफ फिजिकल साइंस प्रैक्टिकल रिकॉर्ड जहाँ थी आप समस्त आचार्य नागार्जुन यूनिवर्सिटी, आंध्रा यूनिवर्सिटी, योगी वेमना यूनिवर्सिटी, रॉयल सीमा यूनिवर्सिटी, विक्रम सेंटर संपूर्ण वीडियो. तेणु जदि वीडियोटी भल लगी वीडियो लाइक करूँ, शेयर करूँ और सब्सक्राइब कर दिखाते. सब्सक्राइब कलापर से बेल आइकन क्लिक करा तार आपंकर ऑल बटन क्लिक कर होम पेज स्क्रॉल कर. तेणु संपूर्ण भाव में आपण मैंने लिखे कंटिन्यूअसली पेज लिखे कौन ब्लैंक देवे ना. तेणु यह संपूर्ण भाव में पेडागोजी ऑफ फिजिकल साइंस वीडियो.